as we get it.
The number of people going for medical marijuana in Missouri is growing. Tonight, applications are totaling nearly 15,000.
But what doctors are approving or denying applicants? News 4 received tips on one of the most popular in the area. She's accused of signing up thousands when others would not, bringing her approval process into question. News 4 investigator Chris Negus reports on the doctor-patient relationship that's more like a party atmosphere.
So congratulations, everybody. You're legal. Go take your medicine.
Her name is Dr. Zinnia Thomas. Patients call her Dr. Z.
And in adults, everyone qualifies as well.
Everywhere she goes, crowds follow. She's taking her cannabis tour across the state and posting pictures online. On this day, we found her at a head shop in Festus. The line to see her stretched out the door and around the store. New patients are handed an iPad with 7 questions asking about generalized anxiety disorder. Things like having trouble relaxing. You get 3 points if you answer every day, just 2 points if it's half the time. Patients need a total of 10 points to qualify, and that's stated on the form. Our producer scored an 11.
What's your last name?
O'Sullivan.
Okay, perfect. $100.
After paying, it's time to see the doctor in groups of 10 or more, where you're greeted by a jovial assistant.
Hello, everybody. Yes, you're legal now. How does it feel? Well, I'm gonna let you guys talk to the doctor. I'm just a dentist.
That's when Dr. Thomas, a psychiatrist, takes over the room, explaining the benefits of medical marijuana and the announcement everyone here is waiting for.
So pretty much, as long as you qualify, as long as the doctor qualifies you, you are qualified. So yay, everybody's qualified.
Photocopied forms with the doctor's initials and signature are handed out. This is what gets uploaded to the state. 3 different News 4 employees qualified with a debilitating psychiatric disorder, listing Dr. Thomas as the diagnosing psychiatrist. Her initials were listed here, saying she met with and examined the qualifying patient. So we sat down to ask her about it.
So when you diagnose somebody with anxiety, do you examine them?
Yes. It's called like a mental status exam.
And what does that entail?
It's, about symptoms, what's their quality of life, functioning.
Other than filling out this short questionnaire, our producers were never individually examined, and they never spoke to the doctor directly about their condition.
Because you guys are going all over the state, I mean, it appears that you guys are everywhere, and people are lining up for these events. We decided to go to one of them.
Yay.
So, producer John, he's one of your patients.
Okay.
Do you recognize him?
Well, I do meet so many people, and I meet patients and, fans, people that come.
And so you diagnosed him with a debilitating psychiatric disorder.
Well, I didn't make any diagnosis. He took a screening exam, and he could qualify, just like the state of Missouri's list says, in any anxiety disorder may qualify for the cannabis card. And he's choosing to use that instead of Xanax, and I applaud him.
Do you believe all of these people actually suffer from debilitating psychiatric disorders?
Yes, I do. Anxiety.
Does it require a one-on-one exam?
It does require an exam.
One-on-one?
Yes.
Lyndall Fraker oversees the medical marijuana program in Missouri. Is it possible for a doctor to certify more than one person at once? I'm talking about like in a group setting with 10 or 15 people present.
The Constitution and the rules neither address that specifically. It just says that they're required to have an exam.
Could a doctor stand in front of an auditorium and certify 300 people at one time?
I don't think that would be very easy to do and give them an examination. I mean, if she's not, the Constitution, the rules say they have to have an exam by the doctor.
Would you feel comfortable certifying an entire auditorium full of people at the same time?
If they wanted it and they qualified, yes. Why should I restrict that freedom?
We asked Dr. Z why her qualifying form tells patients the score they need to get approved.
Do you think you should put that on the form? Because that lets the patient know what score they need to get.
No, I don't think I should put that on the form. That's leading.
Well, it is on the form.
No, it's not on the form. It's just the score comes.
No, the form actually says score must add up to 10.
No, it doesn't say that. It doesn't say that on the form. It's you can prove it. Prove it. It doesn't say that.
So we showed her.
Here you go. At the bottom, at least a 10 is required to qualify.
Well, that must have been Yeah, this is the digital form. I don't think it's on there now.
Dr. Z prides herself in alternative therapies.
And also
from her float tank at her Brentwood office
so you float naturally
to her cryogenic chamber. And when it comes to medical marijuana, she's willing to take her beliefs on the road.
It is amazing.
But with a certification process that appears as easy as showing up with $100 and a Missouri ID, we asked if this process should even be necessary.
Is there really a need for the doctor? Why not just go and apply through the state website, pay the $26 and get the medical marijuana license card? Why shouldn't it just be open to everybody? Why should you have to jump through the hoops of actually going to a doctor?
I guess you'd have to ask the drafters of the amendment. The Constitution's very clear. The certification has to be done by a licensed medical doctor.
Would you be in favor of cutting the physician out of the process?
No. With the physician, I provide guidance. I provide education. This is my job. I'm a doctor. It's what I went to school for.
People see that line and they say, wow, $100, $100.
No, it's not like that.
Are you making a pile of money off this?
I'm making, but no more than I did in my other physician practice. No more. Doctors make a lot of money.
So what do you think? Given what you just saw, should Missouri skip over the physician certification and do what Illinois did and allow anyone to purchase marijuana? Or do you see a benefit to having a doctor involved? Find me on Twitter or let me know on my KMOV Facebook page. Chris Negus, News 4 Investigates.